So I'm here in the Rivian R1T, just leaving the Dallas-Fort Worth area and headed to Port Aransas, Texas. And I plugged into the navigation. It had me stopping twice to charge at two different EV Connect chargers along the highway. So what I did is I just slightly changed the route. I kind of changed it. You'll see my first stop is the Tesla Superchargers in Temple, Texas. The adapter is required, but you'll see the charger rating on it's a C. It's not an A for some reason. I have no idea why, but I'm going to go there and try to charge a Rivian and see what happens. I'll still have 100 plus miles of range upon getting there. And then the next stop, it wants me to stop at EV Connect down further south in Texas. You'll see my route, total of 420 miles. It's estimating 8 hours and 18 minutes of total travel. And you'll see it's recommending 38 minutes at the first stop and 26 at the second. I may change that up. I am going to head to the Buc-ee's at Temple. I've charged my Tesla there before. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get the Rivian to charge. This will be my first time using my A2Z NACS to CCS adapter. So I'm kind of anxious to see how that works. Should be there shortly. It's currently 11:49 a.m., 81 degrees in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's pretty overcast. They are calling for rain, so I might hit weather in this route. But yeah, should be a good trip. You'll see up here on the display, I've got the navigation on the left side of the display showing me my next turn. I'll be getting on 35W headed south, and should arrive to the Airbnb with 88 miles left in the battery if I follow this exact recommendation, which again, we'll see. I may change it up. I really want to try to hit the Tesla Superchargers. I think I'll have a better experience there, be able to charge super fast in probably a shorter period of time. So we'll see how it works out. I will keep you posted along the way. I am running in conserve mode. I'm at 94% state of charge. I did top it up this morning, but had to run some errands. You'll see in conserve mode at 94%, it's estimating 335 miles on the battery. So plenty of range. That's pretty close to real. And we will see how it goes, and I will keep everyone updated. So here's an update in the Rivian R1T. I just passed through Fort Worth. I'm on 35W South on the south side of Fort Worth. Highway assist is turned on. I am riding with traffic, and it is controlling the speed. It's also handling the turns. So you'll see here as I go into a bend in the roadway, the truck is turning the steering wheel as needed. Super nice, super comfortable. Love the Rivian R1T, and this is going to be a great road trip. I've got an hour and 36 minutes, 109 miles to the Tesla Supercharger in Temple, Texas. It's a 48 stall, 250 kilowatt supercharger, and this will be the first time I'm charging the Rivian R1T on the NACS to CCS A2Z adapter. I'm averaging so far, at least the last 15 minutes, 2.21 miles per kilowatt hour. Yeah, been a good smooth trip. Looks like we may hit some weather, so that may affect efficiency, but so far 77 degrees and doing well and headed south. Super comfortable. Again, Rivian just builds a great vehicle. I love it. Much nicer than the Tesla. The software is not quite at Tesla level, but it's getting there, and just an impressive vehicle, and I highly recommend it. Okay, here's another trip update. So you will see I am 58 miles from my first stop. It's a Tesla Supercharger, and preparing the battery for fast charging. So it is preconditioning the battery. Highway assist is on. I'm averaging 2.04 miles per kilowatt hour. I am running in conserve mode at highway speeds. And so yeah, it's 420 total miles today. I'll have 2 to 3 charging stops. I may stop a third time. I'm going to an Airbnb. I'm not sure if I can charge the Rivian there, so I've got to make sure I have a good bit of battery on the vehicle for the evening, because I've got meetings in the morning. So anyway, we're south of Fort Worth, riding along towards Temple, Texas, out in the middle of the country. 6-lane divided highway. And The weather's holding out so far. It's 81 degrees. We did have a little bit of drizzle earlier, but all in all, hoping that we have a dry trip. We'll see what happens. And you see I'm passing Abbott, Texas right now, exit 358 for Abbott. And I believe there might be Tesla Superchargers right over there, and there is. There's 7 of 8 stalls available. I know I've charged there at that little stop, the Abbott Travel Center. That's a great stop. And you can see I could charge a Rivian there if I wanted to. So you never know. I may hit that on the way back in a few days. So I will keep you posted. In an uneventful trip, I'm sitting at 60% left in the battery and 214 miles left, and I've got 56 miles to go. I am going to hit there with a pretty high state of charge, 137 miles in the battery. So, 35 or so percent, but that's okay. I only need to charge there for probably 20 minutes or less, and then I will head on to the next stop. So I've made an update to the trip plan. My first stop, Temple, Texas. I'll be there for about 15 minutes. Then lulling for 14 minutes. I don't know how to say it. Cuero, Kiero, Texas for 14 minutes. And then I'll arrive to the Airbnb with 109 miles state of charge. Here's the only issue. That EV Connect in Kiero, it only has one charger, so I'm not going to rely on that. I'm going to fill up pretty good at the second Tesla Supercharger in case I have to skip that. But I will try to stop there and throw a little bit of juice on so that I have extra juice at the Airbnb. 2.15 miles per kilowatt hour. I'm sitting at 49% state of charge, and you'll see 173 miles left. I just passed through Waco, Texas on my way to Temple, so I should be to Temple here very, very shortly. 295 miles left to drive today. I have improved the ETA by changing the stops around by about 1 hour. Shows will arrive about 7:45 p.m. And you'll see I'm 22 minutes, 24 miles from the Tesla Supercharger in Temple. So I will show you that as we get there. All right, so I am 1.7 miles, 3 minutes from the Buc-ee's here in Temple. I am just getting off the exit, and I've been, preconditioning for fast charging, preparing the battery for fast charging for a little while now. So this Buc-ee's is up here on the left. This is kind of a long exit. You'll see I have to get off the exit and go up here to the red light, turn left, cross over the highway to get to Buc-ee's. So we are just riding along. Still beautiful out, 81 degrees. No weather so far. Pretty pleased with that. And just riding up the hill here to get to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's, if you don't know, is a destination gas station with tons of food options. They sell all kinds of merchandise. People end up spending a lot of money in Buc-ee's. They've actually got some pretty cool stuff. They're popping up all over the country, but they're all over the state of Texas. So, and they've got tons of charging infrastructure, which is really, really cool. That's one thing I really applaud them on, is they've added chargers that, frankly, most of the Buc-ee's I see now have some type of EV charging, whether it's Tesla or the Mercedes network or something else, which is really, really great. Over here's the huge Buc-ee's for Temple, and as I mentioned, it's got 48 Tesla Superchargers. It's either the largest or one of the largest Tesla supercharging sites in the U.S. I think there's one in California now that has 100 or 96 or whatever. But we're going to pull in here and see if we can get charged up. I'm going to pull to the first stall so that I don't block any chargers, hopefully. And let's go ahead and get plugged in, and I will show you an update here in just a minute. Okay, so we just started charging. 167 kilowatts, and I am at a pretty high state of charge. I'm at 39%, so I'm happy with that. It's charging right up. It shows the cost right on the screen, which is really cool. It's showing me so far 44 cents. It was plug and charge. The A2Z adapter is finicky. I had to push it in several times, and I had to really click this latch right here. You have to lock that in to get it to work. It's pretty finicky, but it works. It's charging. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad I have it, and I'm getting a full juice session here at the Tesla Supercharger in Temple, Texas with the Rivian R1T. So I'm at one of the largest charging sites in the U.S. It's in Temple, Texas at Buc-ee's right here, and I didn't realize I'm charging right over there in the Rivian R1T along the curb, but I did not realize that they have Mercedes chargers over here, and they're installing a whole bunch of what looks like Rivian fast chargers right here. So we've got, looks like 3 Mercedes DC fast chargers. There's a Ford Lightning over there charging. And actually, I see some V4 Tesla cabinets sitting all the way down there. So they're getting ready to install some V4 Tesla chargers here at Buc-ee's in Temple, Texas. And they're sitting outside of the enclosures right down there at the end. So great job, Tesla. Right there's the Rivian charging. And it's instantly charging, no problem. That A2Z adapter is a little finicky. But all in all, great job, Tesla. And great job, Rivian, for the integration. So I checked on the Rivian here as I'm charging at the Tesla Supercharger in Temple, Texas at the Buc-ee's. And it's still pulling 135 kilowatts. And I'm at 62% state of charge. I've only been here, I want to say 12 minutes. And it's juiced up from 30-some% to 60%. Perfect. It's working great. It was over 215 kilowatts at one point for a little while. Of course, I'm at a high state of charge. I can leave here pretty much any minute and go to my next charger. And so far, you'll see it's at $16.72. I can hit session summary, and it shows me the cost and how many kilowatts. So it is a little pricier with plug-in charge versus having the Tesla charging membership, but activating the charger, dealing with all that, I'm just going to go with plug-in charge, and hopefully they'll integrate eventually. But yeah, so I will be leaving here shortly, headed to the next Tesla Supercharger. I'm very pleased. Again, the A2Z adapter is a little finicky, but it works, guys. And once again, I'm at a Tesla charger, so perfect charging. Great job, Tesla. Great job, Rivian. Loving it so far. One thing I noticed as I'm sitting here charging, and I've got a few things to take care of, so I'm overcharging a bit, but as this keeps counting up, So it didn't used to do that in Rivian, but now, you know, it's showing my next stop. I'll have 83 miles left on the battery. That's constantly updating as I charge. So that's nice, and great job, Rivian. You just keep improving your software, but let's just watch that for a second. And I just saw it jump up a minute ago. It was at 40-some miles when I switched back to the screen, and then it jumped to 70-some, and now it jumped to 80-some. Still charging at 81 kilowatts, by the way. And it's still it's actually warmed up. It's 86 degrees outside. Really, really a nice day. So let's look at some charge stats. Just wanted to see if that would refresh while you were watching it. It just did for me a couple of times. So let's just give it a few seconds and see if it updates. Meanwhile, you'll see my range popping up. I'm up to 250 miles on the battery at 71% and down to 81 kilowatts. So when it drops below 70% on the Rivian, it's really not worth sitting at the charger. It's time to roll. But again, I have some stuff to take care of for a few minutes, so I can sit here. Let's go ahead and flip over to the energy screen. And here you go. I've been here 19 minutes, and it's put on almost 50 kilowatts of energy. Super fast in 19 minutes. And again, I'm charging slow now. I'm in a high state of charge. Well, let's click that off, and let's go back to the map. And see, there you go. It's up to 90. So it's really improved since the last time I did a big road trip in the Rivian. I continue to be impressed. Their software team's amazing, guys. Keep it up. This is an amazing vehicle. Okay, so here's a trip update. I am on the tollway headed the south, west, whatever you want to call it. I am 34 miles from the next Tesla Supercharger, 39 minutes. This is a pretty high-speed tollway. It's tollway 130 south, actually, towards San Antonio. Saves a lot of time avoiding the Austin area as I head down south here. So I am just flowing with traffic, getting past as I go. But there's some information. So my utilization, my efficiency is not anywhere near where it needs to be, but we're running at pretty high speeds. So 1.89 miles per kilowatt hour, and you'll see I'm just flowing with traffic. There's cars behind me, whatever, and I am just getting past left and right. So but yeah, this thing has been doing a great job. And by the way, the last charging session, I know I mentioned, but super pleased. One of the best charging experiences I've ever had in the Rivian. It was pulling over 215 kilowatts for a while. Super fast, super efficient. Great job with that whole setup, Rivian and Tesla. I couldn't be happier. This is now a road tripping machine that I can take all over the country and not have to worry about Electrify America's disastrous charging sessions that are just horrible. So I'm very, very pleased. Although I am a little concerned Tesla laid off a bunch of people in their charging team, but maybe there's a more method to the madness than what we all know. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe they're not innovating. Maybe they got stagnant. Or maybe it was just a bad reactionary decision by Elon Musk. I have no idea. And can't speak to it because I'm not there. But I know I'm making decent time. I'm going to hit this next charger around 4:11 p.m. and it's another Tesla Supercharger. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm happy I have this adapter. Don't like the little click lock at the bottom of it, but we'll see how this next charging session goes. So I will be there very, very shortly. More information to follow. So I'm riding through Lockhart, Texas, on the way to this Supercharger. So it's taking me down 183, which I don't know that I've been this way before. It's a cool, old school kind of Texas town. Anyway, thought I'd give a quick update. And you'll see we're still preconditioning for fast charging, 3:47 p.m., and it's 79 degrees. I did have a little bit of rain, not bad, but I'll be to the charger shortly, and I will post an update. Okay, I am pulling into my next charging stop. It's another Buc-ee's here in Texas. I had no idea it was at a Buc-ee's, but this is another set of Tesla Superchargers. There are 16 chargers. There's the Buc-ee's. A lot of construction going on here. And the Superchargers are all the way over here on the end. So I am going to pull in, get plugged in, and I will post an update. But I'm going to pull down here on this end cabinet so I'm not blocking anyone else from charging. And yeah, there you go. EV charging only. Let's see how this charging session goes. Okay, here is the A2Z adapter, and it just failed. So let's see what happened. I'm going to check the screen. Now it says starting. It's showing starting to charge. But you saw just a second ago it went red at the charging port. Now it's flashing green, and we are starting to charge. So a little connectivity there for a second, but let's check out the charging speed here. We'll give it just a second to ramp up. We're already up over 160 kilowatts. I mean, this is just amazing. So much better than Electrify America. It just works. So I'm up to 165 kilowatts. I'm sure if I check this in a minute, it's going to be up to 200 plus kilowatts. It's going to keep climbing. And let's hit session summary. There's the cost and how quick we're adding current. Pretty amazing. But yeah, great charging session already. Great job, Tesla. Great job, Rivian. I'm going to do the things I need to do. Looks like I will need to be here at this charger for a little bit. I'm going to hit continue anyway. And we're going to watch and see the range estimate as it climbs. So you'll see I'm already up to 167 kilowatts. So couldn't be happier. This is a wide open charging station, by the way, not a single other Tesla here charging. Great location, right off the highway, and already got 3.2 kilowatts. So great job, guys. So I wanted to post an update. It's a minute or so later. We're up to 212 kilowatts. Look at that. 9.7, 9.8, 9.9, 10 kilowatts added in 3 minutes. Completely impressive, Rivian and Tesla. I'm up to 35% already. This thing is just a charging beast. It's doing an amazing job. Look at that. So I'm going to be here a bit. I want to charge all the way till I can make it to my destination without stopping again, but I am going to stop at a charger here in just a little bit. So 150 miles yet, roughly 3 hours, because I will hit traffic. So I will probably stop in between for a bio break. More information to follow. Look at that, 213 kilowatts. Still getting a little climb on this. Insane, completely incredible. So here's the Tesla Supercharger. 16 stalls, 250 kilowatt version 3, and it works with NACS. So my NACS to CCS adapter is working. Let's see if we're still charging. Appears as if we are. And we're at 135 kilowatts at 57%. We've added 41 kilowatt hours and $17.60. So session summary, been here for 14 minutes, adding 41.5 kilowatt hours. So just absolutely amazing. Let's see what it looks like to our destination. So we could leave now and make it with 34 miles of remaining range. I'm gonna let this thing charge up for a bit. I've got to take care of some work stuff, and I will probably take off, I don't know, 70-80%, something like that, and hit the road. So I ended up staying at the last charger longer than I needed to. You'll see I was there 29 minutes. I got about 67 kilowatt hours. Towards the end, it was up to 78% state of charge. You'll see where I'm at now. And it dropped to about 55 kilowatts. You don't want to sit at a charger road tripping that slow, but I had some work to do, a conference call, email, etc. So anyway, I'm on the road, rolling, riding down 183, and you'll see I'm going to stop at the next charger in just a few minutes, like 43 minutes. I'm going to stop at the CV Connect, and I'm just going to stop there to throw a little bit of extra juice in the battery, because I don't know if I can charge at the Airbnb. But if not, if I get the EV Connect and it's not working or whatever, I'll still make it just fine. But anyway, yeah, so the weather's still holding out. It's 82 degrees. It should warm up as I get further towards the Gulf Coast, or to the Gulf of Mexico, I should say. But yeah, it's been a good trip so far. I'm going to be honest, I'm super, super impressed with the Tesla Supercharging. That's a game changer. This vehicle is great to travel in. I mean, I didn't need to stop at either stop more than 15 minutes. Quick charge and go. Just a splash and dash. I mean, 15 minutes to walk in, use the restroom, check email, whatever. Easy and quick. So, super impressive. Love it. I will update you here as I get to the next charger. By the way, for today, I remember I had 420 miles as I left the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I've got about 150 miles left, so I'm mostly there. It will take, just under 3 hours probably with traffic and whatever, and these aren't, this is not an interstate, so we'll see how it works out. Beautiful part of Texas, though, and I'm enjoying the road trip in the Rivian R1T. Here's a quick trip update. I am 18 miles out from EV Connect. It's still preparing the battery for fast charging. 17 minutes. I'll arrive there with 214 miles in the battery, so I'll be at 60% or whatever. You'll see right now I'm at 68% with 241 miles, averaging 2.11 miles per kilowatt hour. So getting a little better, but the speeds have declined. I'm on a regular divided highway, not on the interstate, as I'm riding down through to the Corpus Christi, Texas area is where I'm headed. I've got some business there, And yeah, this is just a Rivian R1T road trip down the road. Anyway, it's been very, very good. Super comfortable. Love this vehicle. Just couldn't be happier with it. It's an amazing pickup. Tons of power, tons of comfort. The air suspension's amazing, and tons of space and storage. I mean, I'm 6'6", and I've got plenty of legroom. I'm far away from the steering wheel. Super comfortable. Anyway, we'll see if anyone's at this EV Connect. It shows available right now. I'm going to head there and try to get charged up. Thought you may want to ride along with me for the last few minutes. I'm a little over a mile from this charger in Kiero, Texas. C-U-E-R-O. Not exactly positive how to pronounce it, but I think it's like Kiero. Anyway, real nice, quaint little town. We'll see if this charger is available. It shows one stall, 150 kilowatt EV Connect, which I do have one of their RFID cards. So hopefully I can just tap that and get the charger started. It shows 14 minutes. I have enough battery and enough range and enough state of charge to get to my final destination. I'm passing this, so I just wanted to stop, plug in, and top up a little bit. I'll be arriving with right around 60%, as I thought earlier. There's a Whataburger on the left. And looks like we'll be turning left up here on East Broadway, which is probably the light. I love the motor whine in the Rivian R1T. It sounds fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and turn left at this light. Looks like we should be able to go in just a minute. Got a Chevy Blazer RS in front of us. And once these pickup trucks turn, we should be able to turn. And here we go. And we're going to look for this creamery, which I believe is right up here on the right. So it says 0.3 miles, turn right. So let's see if we can find it. So there's North Clinton. And I'm watching street names just to figure out where I'm turning. North McLeod. And I see the creamery right up here. And it's showing the charger just on the other side of it. And we'll see if we can find it here. And there we go. It's a free wire. And I think it must be powered by EV Connect. So let's try to get plugged in and see what happens. So my RFID card did not work, but I tapped my credit card and I am charging. It's a free wire, actually a pretty nice charger. And so far, we're up to 118 kilowatts, 128, 132, 142, 150, almost 149. Happy with that. It's here at this creamery. Bush's Chicken. There's a few things around here. And let's take a look and see what it's showing in the car. Yeah, we're charging right up. Jumped right to 150 kilowatts. Great job, EV Connect, free wire. And we are juicing up. I'll be here for just a few minutes. This is actually a decent charging session so far. Pretty impressive. 1 minute, 2 kilowatt hours already. Incredible. One thing I just noticed with this free wire charger, it's got an energy bar showing how full the vehicle is. That's really cool. Nice little feature. Of course, I mentioned we're here in Kiero, Texas, and this is a little creamery. Really neat. I mean, obviously they're renovating this old motel. It looks kind of rough back here, but this is really nice up through here. Nice little town on the way to Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm impressed with this free wire charger. I'm glad they have it. It's super convenient. it helps, and I'm able to put a little top up before I head to the Airbnb. I'm going to have plenty of range when I get there. I'm just going to throw some energy on, use the facilities, and take off. So I'll be leaving here in just a minute. Here's a recap on my last charging stop. You will see 31 kilowatt hours of energy going into the truck in 22 minutes. Had to take a bio break, do a few things. So they're way longer than I needed to be, and overcharged and charged slow. It dropped down to 50 kilowatts over 80%, but I'm at 83% now, 295 miles on the battery. And let's take a look at, hang on 1 second. Let's take a look at the remaining estimated range. State of charge when I get there, 185 miles. So I should have about a half a battery. I've got 101 miles to go. It shows 2 hours because we're on, 55 mile an hour highways and whatnot, driving through the southern part of Texas. So beautiful part of the country, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the drive in the Rivian R1T. So here's a trip update. I have 42 miles to go. State of charge at 63%, 224 miles left on the battery. It shows I'm going to arrive with 184 at 7:59 p.m. I did have to stop and take about a 15-minute bio break. It was unexpected, but had to make a quick stop, so that put me a little bit behind. But all in all, making good time. Shows about an hour left, just because we're on kind of back roads and going out to this area where I've got the Airbnb. It's just slow moving to get there, so no interstates. But anyway, should be there hopefully within the hour. It is 6:55 now, 81 degrees still, and I'm going to knock on Rivian wood up here on the dash. So far, I have avoided weather. We're doing okay there, so let's see how it goes. I will try to give you an update here towards the end of the trip on this one-way trip from the Dallas-Fort Worth area to Port Aransas or Corpus Christi, Texas. So, yeah, it's been a good road tripping day. Again, I've said it several times, and you'll hear it again. The Rivian's just amazing. I love it. Great vehicle, great handling, great comfort, and tremendous range, and a really good charging curve until it hits about 70%, and then it kind of drops off, and at 80 or close to 80%, it drops way, way, way off. But up until then, it does a pretty good job. So, great vehicle, and I'll probably trade this one in or sell it or get another one once the NACS connector is native next year, and I can do away with the adapters. Till then, this truck will be 3 years old. I'll probably be due, and I plan to get a ton of miles on it over the next year. It's got 17,000 on it now. It's just getting started. Thanks to this Tesla charging adapter, I can really rack some miles up on this vehicle, so I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, we're getting close to the end of this trip. I left the Dallas-Fort Worth area around noon, and I'm going to arrive around 8 p.m. Had a couple of unplanned stops. Could have been there before 7:30, probably around 7:15, had I not stopped a couple extra times. But that was on me, not on the truck. So I'm expecting to get there with probably around 50% battery. We'll see how it goes. So here's another update before I get to the Airbnb in Port Aransas, Texas. I'm 22 miles out. Shows 45 minutes. And shows I'm going to arrive at 7:56 p.m. Still 81 degrees, and you'll see I'm about to go over Corpus Bay. I just was over Cabano Bay. I'm entering into the Rockport, Texas area, and you'll see heavy, heavy skies. Still haven't hit any weather. I'm pretty pleased with that. But not far from my destination, but quite a bit of time. Only 20 miles, but 45 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping it could be a little bit quicker. But yeah, we're just riding along. You'll see this is all built up on both sides, holding back the water, basically. This is Capano Bay again. I said Corpus Bay, it's Capano Bay. And let's just check this out as we get up here and see what you can see as you ride along as adventuring in the Rivian R1T. And one of my 420-mile, all within the state of Texas, road trips. I think that amazes most people that haven't been to Texas or aren't from here. You know, you can drive 500 miles and stay within the state. It's kind of crazy. You know, today will be an 8-hour road trip, and I'm basically went from North Texas to south by the Gulf. Some cattle out here to the left. Oh, I'm mistaken. Some type of containers. I thought it was cattle. Well, let's see what we can see as we get up here. I'm trying to take a quick look at efficiency. Not doing great now. 1.79 miles per kilowatt hour. A lot of wind, a lot of resistance, rough roads, and higher speeds will cause that. So, you know, honestly, to improve the range, I would just have to slow down. I'm guessing I'm going to hit there with, I don't know, 44 to 46% on the battery, which I'm super pleased with. That'll get me where I need to go. There's a Tesla Supercharger in Corpus that I can use. So this is called Port Bay right here. And there was somebody out there fishing just a second ago, but anyway, I've got meetings in the morning. I needed a little bit of extra juice. I'm hoping to be able to hook up. I've got multiple charger adapters, EVSEs, mobile adapters to plug in here to the Airbnb. I'm hoping I can get plugged in and at least off a regular outlet, gain some energy overnight. I'll be here for several days. That'll help a lot. There's Rockport, a nice little community in Rockport. So yeah, we are almost there. So I'll try to post one more update. I'm 17 miles out now, 42 minutes. So let's see what happens. Still showing 7:56 p.m. So the reason why it was 45 minutes for 8 miles is I had to board a ferry to cross Aransas Pass in Port Aransas to go out to Mustang Island. Had I known that, I would have probably gone a different way. I would have gone over here through Corpus Christi and up around and up along the pass. But I'm here. It would have added probably a good hour to go the other way. So we boarded the Rivian R1T here on the vessel, and we're just going right across, and you can see it right across the water to Mustang Island, to Aransas Pass. So should be there shortly. We'll see how it goes. So here we go. We're on the ferry, headed across the pass right here to the other side. You'll see straight ahead. We're almost there. It's just a couple of minute ride, but that was the extra 20 minutes I wasn't accounting for. So yeah, almost there. That added just a little bit of time. Hopefully we'll get over there, get docked, and get unloaded pretty quickly. So more info to follow. So the ferry just docked and cars are pulling off. So we'll be next in line here in a minute. And here we go. Riding out in the Rivian R1T across the ferry. And we are exiting. So yeah, that added a few minutes, but actually beat the ETA. We caught the end of the ferry and made it on there pretty quickly, got off, and rode across that pass. So next time I will go the Corpus route. I prefer not to do the ferry, but it worked and it was no charge. It paid by tax dollars. So I'm sure we've paid for that somehow. But anyway, about 2 miles from the Airbnb. Going to arrive with about 146 miles left on the battery. I'm at 47% now, so probably 45%, you know, 46, 45 when I get there, kind of around where I thought. Turn right in 1 mile, and you can ride along with me and kind of see the area here. There's the Shark Reef Resort. Wacky Willie's. You can get a golf cart right there. San Juan Restaurant, which I'll probably be checking out. The Dock, Apparel and Gifts. So this is the island, or the pass, whatever they call it. It's surrounded by water, but it does connect to Corpus Christi. So I don't know technically what it's called, but you'll see tons of island stuff, sportswear. There's island sports swimwear. Mr. Woody's Automotive is interesting. There's another beach buggy place. So we're going to turn right in half a mile. There's a CVS. That's good to know. For supplies. There's a pretty cool building. Reef Roxy. No idea what it is, but looks like a shop. So yeah, in 0.3 miles, we're going to turn right on South 11th Street, and then about a mile. So 1.2 miles we're there. We're going to arrive with right around 46%, and just kind of showing you around. Welcome to Port Aransas, and there's a Whataburger. Tons of stuff right around the area. So all in all, it's been a good trip. I'm going to probably end this video now. I'm basically here. So watch for the next video as I road trip back from this Port Aransas area back to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So appreciate you following along. Have a good day, and take care. So here I am in the Rivian R1T. I am in all-terrain mode, off-road, highest height settings. I am out on Port Aransas Beach in the sand, driving the Rivian. It's doing a great job. I don't have it in soft sand mode because this is pretty hard packed surface, but you'll see it's a 20 mile an hour max. It automatically adjusts the drivetrain settings and everything for sand mode. So great job, Rivian. It's a lot of fun just riding down along the beach here. It is 79 degrees. I've got 202 miles on the battery, and so we are just riding along beachfront here in Port Aransas, Texas. Crazy. Okay, here I am on Port Aransas Beach, all the way out at the end of the pier. You'll see the Rivian is raised up in off-road mode, and here we go. All the way out at. So we drove probably about a mile along the beach there, and yeah, just checking it out here with the Rivian raised up in off-road mode. Didn't need it, it did fine. But yeah, that's just a quick little snapshot. So here's an image of the Rivian R1T sitting out on the beach here in Port Aransas, Texas. Sitting up in off-road mode, ready to go. And sorry about the wind. Here's an image of where I'm at. 81 degrees. It's actually cold, a lot of wind, of course, salt water in the air. And here's the Gulf of Mexico. And there's the Rivian. Great vehicle, one of my favorite. It's done a great job. Got me here, as you saw, on the Tesla charging network, and now it's out on the beach. So absolutely amazing. Great job, Rivian. Keep it up. So I'm riding in the Rivian R1T going over Port Aransas, going over the bridge here. I'm down here in South Texas on the Gulf of Mexico. And yeah, highway assist is driving the truck across this bridge. So, you know, of course, I'm in control and I'm supervising it, but we are just riding here across the pass. This is the intercoastal turnaround up ahead in half a mile. And you'll see this bridge. It's just amazing. The size of this bridge, if you look in the distance and kind of the way it's laid out, just crossing the water here. So I thought maybe you'd want to ride along with me for a minute as I ride across this pass. So it's a beautiful day, 81 degrees, but it is super cloudy and overcast. And you'll see here we are headed up across this bridge. I'm going to turn this speed down quite a bit. There we go. How I did that was clicking left on the right scroll wheel on this part of the scroll wheel area. And here you'll see, kind of as I travel across, there's docks over there by the bay. Just beautiful, beautiful area. And this is in the Corpus Christi, Texas area. So I'm crossing over. So now I'm out here on the island. You'll see a sign that says the island. And then I will cross again and be out on Mustang Island and ride along to get to where I'm going. I just disabled the highway driving assist. That's shut off. And so now I'm driving the car manually, which is fine. There's some cool little shops. But yeah, all in all, the Rivian's amazing, super nice to drive, super comfortable, super quiet. Love driving it, and I'm in just kind of a cool area here of Texas. So yeah, just thought you all might enjoy seeing the palm trees, seeing this part near the Gulf of Mexico, and just keep watching for future videos for more information to follow. I'm going to turn left up here in about a half a mile, and then I'll disconnect. There used to be a really, really good sports bar in there. It had burnt down, and it does not look like they've rebuilt it yet. So let's see, I'm going to run over here to the left lane. There's a big shop. And there's an Island Sports Shop as well. So we're going to turn left and ride along 361 all along the coast here. And I'll just show you on the Rivian navigation where we're at. Take a look at that. So there's Mustang Island State Park and, oops, recenter. Actually had to change where we're staying because the Airbnb had a bunch of mold. So I'm staying at a hotel out here on Mustang Beach. And there is actually one charger out there, a charge point. But the good news, the hotel I'm staying at has 4 chargers. They have one old charge point and 3 Tesla destination chargers. So I'm able to get plugged in and get juiced up, which is great. It looks like I'll arrive there with 118 miles in the battery. I'm at 43% right now. I've been driving all around throughout the day, and I'm going to get to the hotel where I've got a couple of calls to make, and hopefully we'll wrap up the week and get the Rivian plugged in and juiced up. So have a good day, everyone, and if you're seeing this today on Friday, May 3rd, have a good weekend. So here I am at the Hampton Inn on Mustang Island, out here all the way on the Gulf of Mexico by North Padre Island, Mustang Island. You'll see there are 4 chargers here at this Hampton Inn. There's the Rivian R1T, There's an old charge point unit and destination chargers. So great job, Hampton. You know, the Rivian's here juicing up. We're enjoying that. This is a nice, clean Hampton Inn with charging available for the guests. And it has signage, Tesla vehicle charging only. People have not been icing them. I actually saw a F-150 Lightning here charging earlier, so couldn't be happier. And it's in a beautiful location. So great job, Hampton Inn. Thank you for doing that. All right, I'm here in Port Aransas, Texas. The ship is just going out. Dolphins right here in the water. Just surfacing up. So they kind of guide the ships out into the bay. So yeah, just kind of interesting. Just sharing a little bit of the EV adventure. The Rivian's at the port, and there's another two dolphins. Here's a boat flying up through. And the dolphins just navigate around. Really, really cool. Just something different from, you know, where I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and something I wanted to share on this EV adventure. Have a great day, everyone. Okay, so it may be hard to see. I'm at quite a distance away, but there's a ship going out to the port, and if you look right in front of the ship, you'll see dolphins leading the ship out of the bay. One just jumped up there at the beginning of the video. Let's see if we see another one. Anyway, just kind of a cool attraction here in the Corpus Christi, Port Aransas area. Dolphins leading the ships out to the water. So I'm here in the Rivian R1T in Port Aransas, Texas, right here along the beach area. You'll see I'm at about 89%, 288 miles. And I just wanted to show you this Hampton Inn here. I think I might have shown this earlier, but I wanted to walk over and kind of show you the chargers. 3 of them have Tesla vehicle charging signs, so nobody tends to park in these. So here's 2 of the Tesla destination chargers, or wall chargers, like for example I have at my house. And then here's another one. And this unit here, which I said before it was a charge point, but it's a Clipper Creek, and those are usually super reliable. I've really tested all of these. The fastest one is this one here. It pulls about 10 kilowatts, 9.6, 9.8, 10. Both of these pull about 8.5 kilowatts. I assume they split charging when 2 vehicles are hooked up. But anyway, good spot here at the Hampton Inn in Port Aransas, Texas. So good job, Hampton. Thank you for having that charging. That's really, really helpful and much appreciated. So have a good day, everyone. Okay, so here I am, another update in Port Aransas, Texas. We're in off-road mode, which we really don't need. All-terrain mode, I mean, in the Rivian R1T. And just riding along the Gulf of Mexico, out here, driving down along the beach, looking for a nice area. You'll see a pretty dirty beach overall. I've never really been here that it's been clean. A lot of people love it. You know, they're riding their golf carts. You got big travel trailers all set up. People camping out and enjoying life. So anyway, this is just a quick update from the beach before I head out of town here in a couple of days. So riding along, it's a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit, just riding along here as we go. So here's another video from the beach. And just riding up along Port Aransas Beach, Mustang Island. And you'll see it's 15 miles an hour. Here's a speed limit sign with some trash cans. 15 miles an hour. And you'll see that just appeared on the dash. It's 15 miles an hour. And vehicles all along, people out enjoying the beach. It's a Sunday. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's Sunday, May 5th, 2024. And it's a beautiful day. It is overcast. 84 degrees here in Port Aransas, Texas. This is the Gulf of Mexico over here to the right. Really, really choppy waters. There's a red flag, meaning you shouldn't be in the water. Although we've seen plenty of people out there, they shouldn't be. But yeah, all in all, just a neat experience, and ride along for a minute or two if you want. So a lot of the resorts, hotels, houses, whatever, they have these little beach ramps that you can ride your golf cart up or walk up to get access to where you're going. I'm going to drive along here for a few minutes and just try to find an access road to get back out and up to the roadways in Port Aransas. It is a little beach town. One thing, I've noticed, and I said earlier in the last little video clip, is how dirty this beach is with the seaweed and everything else. I'm not sure why they're not raking it, keeping it clean. Every time I've been here, it's just been dirty. You'll see that there. But people enjoy it. There are plenty of people out here. This is probably not my number one beach of choice for sure. A lot of seagulls out flying around here this morning. And there are quite a few vehicles driving up and down along the beach. I'm in a section right now where there's not a ton of people, but as we get up into town here, we'll see a ton of vehicles. I drove all the way down to Mustang Island along the beach, several miles, and now I'm riding back up. Just riding along at 14, 15 mile an hour. There's one vehicle behind me riding a safe distance back. If I see them come close to me, I usually pull over and let them by. But there's a seagull right there. Plenty of people out just walking and enjoying the day. They're calling for rain today. Looks like it might rain soon. But yeah, it's beautiful out here. Kind of neat driving the Rivian R1T out here in the sand. You'll see I'm not getting great efficiency, even though I'm going very slow. 1.78 miles per kilowatt hour. That sand, and it's soft in places like where I'm at right now. I'm sinking in a little, a lot of resistance and bouncing around. It's just not efficient, not like being on a roadway. Seen a lot of travel trailers out here, both big ones and little ones, including one big fifth wheel, but several longer travel trailers. There's one of them. Looks like they're having a barbecue. People flying kites and just enjoying themselves on a Sunday here in Port Aransas. So I'm running in regular, all-purpose mode now. I do have the suspension high just because there were some rough areas, but don't really need it. Honestly, it would be fine in conserve mode and front wheel drive. The sand's not that soft. It's pretty hard packed from all the vehicles going up and down along, so not a big deal. But yeah, just observe as we get into the busier area and kind of see what everybody's doing. They're out here enjoying the beach. They've got their coolers, they've got their trailers, tons of golf carts. You'll see as I ride up along here, just kind of golf cart after golf cart. This is one of the resort areas with plenty of golf carts up along. And you saw that guy giving us kind of a high five, peace sign, whatever it was. He's waving at the Rivian, so seen quite a few gestures and glares and people checking that out. And I'm going to pull over and let this other pickup truck by. Actually, I was wrong. It's not a pickup truck. It looks like it's a Chevy Tahoe. Beach is a little wider up along here. Still no exit path, but we'll see one here in just a few minutes. Anyway, that's kind of what it looks like driving up and down along the beach. I'll let you ride along for maybe one more minute. There's a beach walk going up to those houses. Just ride along for one more minute, and here's a big travel trailer down here, probably a 25 or so foot unit, probably 32 foot with the tongue. There's people in just a regular sedan out here enjoying the day. You don't see a ton of cars, mostly SUVs and pickup trucks. See, my efficiency still sticking around that 1.75, and I'm only doing 11, 12 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. But yeah, there's a bigger travel trailer with a slider. Anyway, hope you all have a good day. Stay following along. We will be leaving the Corpus Christi area here in the next couple days, and you'll see the rest of the round trip adventure back to the Dallas-Fort Worth area using some of the Tesla Superchargers for sure. So I'm just leaving Port Aransas, Texas, riding out across Mustang Island, through that area and through Corpus Christi. I am not going across the ferry. That's Mustang Island State Park over there. First stop is a Tesla Supercharger in Hutto, Texas, in 240 miles. Now, there's an EV Go in Austin, and then right before that in Kyle, Texas, is another Tesla Supercharger. I have tons of charging options along the way. I'm not sure if I'm going to wait this long to stop, but I can make it to that one, no problem. Right now, I'm at 96%. I topped up to 100% with 340 miles on the battery. You'll see the total trip today, 446 miles. So when I left a little bit ago, it was 450 miles. So driving 450 miles today, it wants me to stop just one time in Hutto for 45 minutes and charge, and then drive on to my final destination. I will probably add another stop and break this up a little bit, but this Rivian just has amazing range and distance. You'll see tons of charging. I have it filtered only to the super high power chargers. There's tons of chargers along the route, no big deal. There is a gap from Corpus Christi for probably 100 miles where there's nothing. So be aware of that if you're headed down to this area. But all in all, looking forward to the drive. It's 81 degrees today. It is overcast. Hopefully I don't deal with a bunch of rain again. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, headed back in the R1T to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So more information to follow. So I'm riding across the bay here to Padre Island from Mustang Island. You'll see the water on both sides, and here on the screen, headed into the Corpus Christi area. So far good. I'm in conserve mode. 93% now, 331 miles, averaging 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour, and just kind of riding along and enjoying the morning. It's 10:10 a.m. as I mentioned, 81 degrees, and I keep messing around and playing with the various stops. I've changed it to a charger in Kyle, Texas, which is now 211 miles away. That's before the Austin area. I think I prefer to do that one. That's about the right time till I need to stop as well. So that's the plan right now, but it could change. I'm trying to use only the Tesla chargers because I had such a good experience on the way down. I'm pretty confident they'll work great on the way back. So that's the plan at this point. It does want me to charge there for about an hour and then continue all the way to my house. So I'm not going to do that. I'll probably stop for 20 or so minutes, charge up, and then ride on and charge before I hit my home in the Dallas-Fort Worth area one more time for another 15, 20 minutes. So This is a fairly long drive. It's a good 7-hour drive, so I like to stop twice en route, and that's probably what I'll do. So I'm playing around with the navigation, but that's what I'm thinking at this point. So let's see how it goes. So I've got highway assist on, as you can see, riding through Corpus Christi. Just passed through the main shopping area, showing 75 miles of predicted range upon arrival. Should be good to go. 318 miles left on the battery at 90% and 200 miles to go. So feel pretty good. We ought to be able to make it. I'm in traffic, not running, traffic's not running at real high speeds, so should be good. I'll keep an eye on it, but that's the stop right now, is the Tesla Supercharger in Kiero, Texas. So should be there in just under 3 hours for the first charge of the day. I did top up, and I think I mentioned I topped up to nearly 100%. I got to 99% at the hotel, which was free. So the whole time I was in town, I had free charging. Completely starting out nearly completely juiced up, and able to drive several hours before I have to stop. So if for some reason I personally need to stop before the vehicle does, then I'll find a charger closer. But as of right now, that's my plan. Planning to ride along for another 200 miles. So let's see what happens. So as I'm riding along here north of Corpus Christi, there's a refinery, by the way, over here to the right. You'll see I've got highway assist on, a motorcycle in front of me, and there's the motorcycle in the display. Pretty interesting how it can do that. I'm averaging 2.42 miles per kilowatt hour. It's 82 degrees now, 191 miles out, and my estimated state of charge upon arrival is lowering. It's down to 69 miles now. Still should be fine, keeping an eye on it. I've got plenty of juice. I think I'll be fine. We'll see if I need to bail out sooner, I will, but just running in amongst traffic, flowing with traffic at highway speeds. Here's more oil refinery stuff, and you'll see a lot of that down here. Also, just walking around, you get black dots, basically oil on the bottom of your shoes. It's that rich with oil in this area, and probably pollution as well, I'm sure, but you'll see another refinery up here to the right. Definitely an interesting part of the country. Somewhere different if you're, in the Northeast or Midwest or a different part of the country. Probably don't get to see a lot of this kind of stuff. So, anyway, I will update you again here in just a little bit. But there you go, another view. So no rain or anything yet, but 2.48 miles per kilowatt hour, so really good efficiency. That's about 400 watt hours per mile. If you're considering it in Tesla terminology. Still inefficient, but for a pickup truck that's able to haul what this vehicle can haul, along with the weight and the horsepower, it's pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with that. It's running the 21-inch road tires. They're the Pirelli, stock Pirellis. The next set, I may try something different to see if we can improve the efficiency, but these have been pretty good tires. So we're still 181 miles out. Shows arriving at 1:08 p.m. and 82 degrees. So all in all, been smooth. I'm showing 70 mile remaining estimated state of charge, and you'll see down here 295 miles left on the battery at 83%. So smooth, comfortable ride so far. I'm riding through a construction zone. It's a little noisy, a little bouncy, but all in all, enjoying the drive here this morning. Now I'm just slightly further north, and if you look out here in the distance, you will see all of the windmills generating energy here in the state of Texas. They are all over the place, up along the highway here. So yeah, I thought you might find that interesting. Running at 2.43 miles per kilowatt hour and let's see, 71 miles estimated remaining state of charge, 82 degrees out. And let's take a look. 285 miles left on the battery, 80% left there. We're doing pretty good. But yeah, just windmills as far as you can see. There's a little sub-power plant out there. They are just all throughout the horizon there. Really, really interesting. These are massive windmill units. So when you're driving out in the middle of the country, I've noticed these in the Midwest. I've noticed them here in Texas. You will just see these huge, huge fields with windmills as far as the eye can see, row after row. Pretty amazing. So here's another trip update. I just wanted to show you. I added a stop at the Tesla Supercharger in Abbott, Texas. This is before, I get fully home. And now my total trip time is 6 hours and 41 minutes. I've literally just saved 40 minutes by rerouting. Even with just the one stop it had in there, it was 25 minutes longer. It wanted me to charge for an hour and 9 minutes. So instead of that, I'm going to charge at one stop for 21 minutes and at a second stop for 16 minutes. I mean, it just makes a lot more sense to do a little bit of your own trip planning. I can typically, on a 6 to 7 hour trip, I can save 40 minutes to an hour just by going through and picking my own charging options. For people that don't know how to do that, just follow the route. Yes, it'll take a little bit longer. You'll be fine. But if you know anything about route planning and optimization, you can certainly go in, add a couple stops, play with the distances, and gain some efficiency. So I'll end up getting home probably about an hour sooner than I would have, and it'll make it a much easier day. It is now 10:50 a.m., 81 degrees. I am 161 miles out, so making great progress, and yeah, no major issues. I'm riding this route right now for 98 more miles, so just cruise control's on, I'm riding. One thing nice about highway assist is I change lanes. I'm jumping in the right-hand lane after passing a vehicle. It'll automatically re-engage. There you go. And it is taking over. Now it's saying, hey, lane merge ahead. So I'm going to switch back to the left lane and watch as I move. You'll see the graphics change. Now it's slowing down because the car in front of me is going slower, but it has re-engaged highway assist. Just absolutely amazing technology. It works great. And now that car ahead of me moving out of the way, see that? And you'll see it pick up speed and get back up to highway speeds, because that car's going well below the speed limit of 75 miles an hour. So great job, Rivian. Keep it going, and be there to the Tesla Supercharger soon. So still just cruising along here, 11:28 a.m., 64 miles estimated state of charge upon arrival. 108 miles left to go, and I've got 57% on the battery, showing 203 miles left on the battery. Not getting the best efficiency, running at highway speeds with traffic at 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour. Still cloudy and overcast. Had a little bit of rain sprinkles earlier, but nothing significant. I'll again knock on Rivian wood and hope that we keep avoiding the weather. Let's see how that goes. But all in all, a good trip so far. And yeah, looking forward to getting this Tesla Supercharger in Tyler. I don't think I've charged at this one before. So let's see what this one looks like. If I click here, it'll show my charging, and click that one. It's on Evans Drive, 15 of 16 chargers available. We can click that. It shows they're NACS compatible. They do require the adapter. Adapter's needed. See that up there in blue? And I can click see details, and it shows the fees. 45 cents per kilowatt hour, $1 a minute for idle fees after 5 minutes. Now, if I was able to use the Tesla charging plan for other vehicles, that would be a lower charge per kilowatt hour, but then plug and charge would not work. So I am fairly busy in an effort to save time and just make it quicker. I've got that auto activation set up, so literally we plug the adapter in, plug the Tesla into the Tesla charger, plug into the Rivian, and start charging. It's that easy. It's just plug and charge. So that's the plan. Should be there here in just a little while. So here I am, about an hour and 7 minutes out, 74 miles out. and it's preparing the battery for fast charging. So it's kicked on preconditioning. That's going to get the battery right to the optimal temperature here in the 2022 Rivian R1T in order to get the maximum charge rate available. I'm going to a Tesla Supercharger in Kiero, Texas. I should arrive with about 64 miles left on the battery. Right now, I have 155 miles left, and I'm at 44%. I'm averaging 2.13 miles per kilowatt hour, running at highway speeds, riding with traffic, and it is 82 degrees out here in Texas. I am headed north towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it is warming the motors up. So let's go ahead here, and we'll flip to the right, and you'll notice it's actually warming the battery up. You'll notice the battery temperature's at 96. So it's preconditioning that. You'll see the motor temperatures down there in the bottom right. I am running in conserve mode. Therefore, it's only using the front motors right now to power the Rivian. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I should be to this charger here very shortly, and I will post an update. I've had great charging sessions on Tesla Superchargers so far. I'm expecting kind of the same thing at this one, so we'll see what happens. So here's a trip update. I had to change the stop to New Braunfels, Texas, which is only 41 miles, about 38 minutes away. We just couldn't make it any further without stopping, so we need a bio brake. We've been in the car for a while, so once again, there's more range on the Rivian R1T than what we have, so we've been driving since probably 9:30-ish, 9:40. So been driving for about 2.5 hours. We'll have to drive another 37 minutes. That's over 3 hours without stopping, and that's about the limit. So yeah, we're going to stop in New Braunfels. It shows 24 superchargers there. We're going to use our A2Z NACS to CCS adapter, and we're going to charge up this Rivian R1T. I should arrive with 91 miles left in the battery, and right now I'm sitting at 145 miles and 41%. Still a beautiful drive. It's warmed up. It's 84 degrees now, and I will update you here in just a few minutes from the charger in New Braunfels. So I wanted to point out I was somewhat mistaken. It's actually cooling the battery down. If I click here, you'll see the battery's down to 90 degrees now. So it's cooling it down for fast charging. So preconditioning doesn't always mean it's heating the battery up. In this case, I believe it's cooling it down, getting it to the optimum temperature to receive the highest charge rate for as long as possible. So you'll see in 3 miles we'll bear left and get on 35 north, which is good. That will run us all the way to Fort Worth. And yeah, it looks like we're 25 minutes out, about 28 miles from the Tesla Supercharger in New Braunfels, Texas. And that's a 24 stall 250 kilowatt that is compatible with our NACS to CCS adapter. So it shows up in the Rivian navigation. Anxious to get there and get plugged in and charge up and take a break. So this is a badly needed bio brake. That's why we're stopping a bit early. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. And there goes a motorcycle up through the middle of traffic. Wow. Not real safe there, guys. Anyway, I will check in with you from the next stop. I am almost to the charger, 2.46 miles per kilowatt hour. Still got 33% left in the battery, 115 miles. Thinking I'll get there with maybe 27%. Showing I'll arrive with 96 miles left in the battery. And it's still preparing the battery for fast charging. And I am currently 14 miles out, so 84 degrees out. Let's check the battery temperature by clicking right there. It's down to 87 degrees, so it has been cooling the battery pretty rapidly, getting it down to a temperature where it can sustain that fast charging and not overheat. Pretty interesting. But yeah, it's really honestly been some great charging sessions here on the latest software on the Rivian, as well as at these Tesla Superchargers. So I should be to the Supercharger in just a few minutes. So I am plugged in at the Buc-ee's. As I mentioned, 24 stalls at the Buc-ee's here in New Braunfels, Texas. Charging at the Tesla Supercharger with the NACS to CCS adapter right here. No problem. That A2Z adapter is pretty finicky. Sliding that locking mechanism can be a bit of a pain. But let's take a look and see how well we're charging. We were preconditioned, and we're up to 164 kilowatts. It should jump up here in a few minutes. From what I've seen on other charging sessions, it'll jump up to around 215 kilowatts in a very short period of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the things I need to do. You'll see it's still climbing right here, up to 167. Oh, here it goes, it's ramping up. Let's watch it. There we go, up to 207 kilowatts already. So take a look at this session summary. You know, been here 1 minute, 3.6 kilowatt hours of energy. Incredible. So yeah, great job, Tesla. It's working perfectly as always. Love the Tesla Superchargers with the Rivian R1T. Thank you, Rivian, and thank you, Tesla. So I'm walking out to the Rivian R1T, and I just wanted to show you, here's the 24 supercharging stalls all the way out in the distance. You know, there's 100+ gas pumps, huge store inside, tons of amenities. Just an absolutely crazy and impressive place. So I am headed back to the Rivian to check the charging status, and I will give you an update soon. So here's the Rivian. I'm gonna enter it here in just a second, and there you'll see it just opened up the door handles, and let's see how we're charging here. And we're at 172 kilowatts, already up to 44%. Let's take a look at our session summary. We have been here 9 minutes and have gotten almost 30 kilowatt hours of energy. You'll see that right up here. And there it is, 9 minutes, 30 kilowatt hours. Just absolutely impressive. Cost is $13.62. Love the Tesla Superchargers. It does say I'm limited by the charging station on charging speed, but it's still pulling, you know, 170 kilowatts. So good job, Tesla. Good job, Rivian. Great software. Couldn't be happier. Let's see how much longer I need to be here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the New Braunfels stop, and we're going to try to stop in Abbott en route. Let's see what that does for us. And we may change it up, but so now it added an EVgo charger, and we're going to remove charging stops. So it's only going to keep the stops I have programmed in. And it says I cannot make it. Do I want to continue anyway? I sure do. So 169 miles to this next stop, 2.5 hours. And what do I have in the battery? I'm at 47%, so not enough. I need to charge probably another 10 or so minutes. Let's take a look at the energy screen here. Yeah, so we'll let it keep charging. Still pulling great charging speed. Let's check the battery temperatures. So interesting, it does not show the battery temperature while charging, but there it shows the motors. So anyway, this is a great charging session. Again, super fast. Love Tesla chargers, and they work great with Rivian. One thing I noticed, these pre-built chargers come 4 on an assembly, and then there's a gap, and then there's another 4. So what I need to start doing is pulling there in between the gap. I would have only taken one charging spot if I'd have pulled into number 5D there, or even further down. This car was backed into the first spot, so I just pulled here. It'll be fine, but what I should have done was pulled down there to 5D. Anyway, it's working good. I will update you here in a little bit. Here's a charging update. You can probably hear the cooling fans ripping. But, so we're at 102 kilowatts right now at 67%. So, good job, Tesla. I've got to do a little more work, and then I will post another update. Just wanted to give a real quick charging update. So here's what's happened. I could have left roughly 10 minutes ago. I've been sitting here charging for 27 minutes. I was ready to go 10 minutes ago after using the restroom. I had to make a quick phone call and check some email. But my wife's not ready. She's in Buc-ee's. It's a huge place. It'll take her a little bit. So we're going to continue to charge. We've slowed way down charging. We're at 74%. It's pulling 79 kilowatt hours. You'll see the cost so far, a little over $30. And so what that means is I won't need to stop long at the next stop. So the next stop I plan to make is the Tesla Supercharger in Temple, Texas, which is roughly 2 hours from now, which will be about time for another bio break. Anyway, kind of interesting. The car is faster than we are on a road trip, but I will be glad to get back home tonight. And nonetheless, we'll get charged up. There's hardly any cars here at this Buc-ee's. You'll see it's pretty much wide open. One Tesla over there. Actually, there's two. And one over here. So a total of 4 vehicles on 24 stalls. Still charging fairly fast at 75% on the battery. But it is time to go. So as soon as she gets here, we will take off and head up the road. So here's a trip update. I'm not sure which Tesla charger I'm going to stop at, either Temple, Texas or Abbott, Texas. Right now I'm navigated to Abbott, which is about 2 hours, 142 miles. It's 84 degrees. You'll see I've got 72% left in the battery, about 254 miles, and 2.37 miles per kilowatt hour average. So doing pretty well. Just about to drive through the Austin, Texas area, and then on up to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we'll see how it goes over the next, 45 minutes, and then I'll decide, do I stop at Temple or do I continue on? I've got plenty of range to make it to Abbott. That's probably the smart move. The only disadvantage is it's an 8-stall, 250 kilowatt, whereas Temple is a Buc-ee's with 48 stalls. I think it'll be quicker if I can just make it to Abbott, and hopefully the chargers aren't full, and I can just plug in, get some quick juice, and head on to my final destination. So we'll see what happens here, and you will, of course, stay informed. Okay, so here I am, jammed up a little bit in traffic in the Austin, Texas area. You'll see the traffic up ahead there. I'm going to jump over a lane, try to keep moving as best I can, and 2.47 miles per kilowatt hour. Looks like I'll be stopping at about 127 miles. An hour and 49 minutes, around 3:30 p.m. So, this is what it looks like at 1:45 in the afternoon. Not rush hour, not anything. Just riding through Austin on I-35. It's just terrible. You can avoid this. There are some tollways and things to avoid. Our route didn't recommend that today. It's obviously not so bad. But, we'll navigate through it as best we can. And try to get through this Austin, Texas area. We're going to jump over a lane. Cars aren't very forgiving. You've just got to jump out and go and drive defensively, of course. But here is some of the Austin skyline. Pretty cloudy, hazy day for sure. And there you'll see where we're at on the map. And just riding along. So hopefully we'll be through this mess in just a few minutes and keep riding north. So riding through Austin, Texas, just north of the downtown area now, and you'll see it's 8-lane divided highway, busy kind of at all times, and I've not seen a Cybertruck yet. Maybe we'll spot one on the road. I saw one in the road in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. My wife's also seen one out on the road, but we've never seen one on a trip yet. Now, I might have missed it, but haven't seen one on this trip either. So they're getting out there. Certainly, this is where they're built, so you never know. We may run into one, but 2.93 miles per kilowatt hour. Just incredible efficiency when you're sitting in traffic. 122 miles left on this leg. An hour and 42 minutes, and it's 84 degrees. So making good progress. 66% left on the battery, 234 miles. So we'll just keep rolling, and more details to follow. So here's another trip update. We are now preparing the battery for fast charging once again. We are about 100 miles out, and it's already taking care of battery conditioning, which is pretty interesting. And let's take a look at the battery temp. So the battery's at 103, so it's warm from that last charging session and from traveling. So it should cool that down pretty rapidly over the next hour, hour and a half as we head towards this charger in Abbott, Texas. I'm at 2.81 miles per kilowatt hour. Very, very smooth roadways. A lot of up and down traffic speeds, but super efficient. I've got 61% left on the battery, 216 miles estimated. I am running in conserve mode, and you'll see, again, 102 miles out, an hour and 23 minutes. Should arrive to the Tesla Supercharger in Abbott, Texas at 3:34 p.m. I am still planning to head that direction, and we'll see how it goes. So more info to follow. Okay, so you'll see the preconditioning is cooling the battery down. It's down to 96 degrees. It was up over 100, and it's preconditioning to a fast charger. We're going to a Tesla Supercharger in Abbott, Texas. So there you go. We're 85 miles out, an hour and 11 minutes, and it's still preconditioning, preparing the battery for fast charging. It's cooling it down. We've got 194 miles on the battery, 55%, 2.47 miles per kilowatt hour. And you'll see we'll arrive there with about 90 miles left in the battery. So all in all, pretty efficient. Good driving day. I haven't hit any weather. Thank goodness. 82 degrees out. So perfect driving conditions for the Rivian R1T. So yeah, I'll keep you posted with more information, but we're doing well so far. So here's another update as I'm preconditioning the battery for fast charging. 175 miles left on the battery, 50%. Running in conserve mode, 2.24 miles per kilowatt hour. But check it out, the battery's down to 91 degrees. So it has dropped the battery temperature significantly over the last 20 to 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm learning something. You know, this newer software has this option to see all this data. I wouldn't have known that in the past, but now with this data, I can see that the preconditioning is actually cooling down the battery pack so that it can accept the maximum current for as long as possible. At the last charger, I did see over 210 kilowatts when I looked on the app. So it was 210, 211. I've seen 214, 215, 216. Just 220 or less, right in that range, is the max on this vehicle. I think the max is around 214 or 215. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see. I should hit this charger around the same state of charge as the last one, probably around 27 to 30%. And we'll see how fast I can charge and at what speeds. But yeah, I should be there within the hour. I am roughly at this point, I think about 55 miles out, and we will see how it goes. I will update you from the charger. Okay, so here's another trip update. 84 degrees. It is 2:56 p.m., so almost 3 p.m. Central. And we've got 136 miles left in the battery, 39%, 2.19 miles per kilowatt hour. We are flowing with traffic. It's still preparing the battery for fast charging, so it's preconditioning. You'll see 39 miles left to the charger, 32 minutes, that's to the Tesla Supercharger, and it says I'll arrive with an 85-mile state of charge. So let's take a look, and I'm going to hit the vehicle icon down here, and it looks like we're down to 87 degrees on the battery, so it really has cooled down that battery for fast charging. So should be a good charging session. This is an 8-stall 250 kilowatt Tesla version 3 in Abbott, Texas, and I will be there in just a few minutes, and we'll show you an update here from that charger. So, change of plans. I have to stop here a few minutes early for a bio break. So I'm going to stop at the EV Connect Waco, which is both 150 kilowatt and 350 kilowatt chargers. It shows 8 of them, but it shows 5 of them are unavailable and offline. And the only ones that are available are the 150s. So that's fine. I'm at a decently high state of charge. I'm at 34%. I don't need to charge that long, but I do need the bio break. So I'm going to give this one a try. It's right off the interstate. And if it doesn't work out, I'll go on to the Tesla Supercharger in Abbott, or there's one on the south side of Fort Worth as well. So we'll see how this goes, but should be here to this charger in about 7 minutes, and we'll see how the EV Connect charger works. So as I'm riding up here through Waco, Texas, I see a trailer carrying Teslas. And right here on the top is a Tesla Cybertruck. Looks like possibly the new silver color in a Model Y, Quicksilver. But yeah, you got a couple Cybertrucks right on the top here. 4 of them on this carrier. There's the new Quicksilver color, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 Cybertrucks and another Quicksilver color on top. So pretty cool. I got to see 4 Cybertrucks, not just 1. So I was hoping to see a Cybertruck on this drive. I got to see 4 of them. This is in Waco, Texas, so going to some lucky customers somewhere north of here, because I'm on 35 North. Pretty cool. Great job, Tesla. Keep it up, and looking forward to seeing more Cybertrucks on the road. I've just driven about 1,000 miles, and I haven't seen any on the road except for the 4 that are out for delivery. So I'm at this EV Connect in Waco, Texas, right off of the interstate. It's terrible, of course. This end unit's not working. The middle unit's not working. This one over here is roped off. This one doesn't show available in the app. This side of the handle will not work. This side works, but wouldn't activate with the app. It showed unavailable in the app. I was able to tap my credit card finally. The RFID card did not work. And oh, by the way, the company FreeWire has gone out of business. But I'm getting 144 kilowatts, but stay away from these. They're garbage. These non-Tesla chargers just suck, and I wasted probably 4 to 5 minutes. I had to move the vehicle once. I had to multiple time connect. Just ridiculous, pathetic, and disappointing. So Tesla Superchargers all the way. Avoid these other ones. I had to stop for a bio break. I didn't have a choice, but absolutely avoid non-Tesla chargers. So I am charging here at the EV Connect FreeWire Road Ranger gas station. FreeWire just announced they're going out of business. As I mentioned, these chargers are trash. That one's out of service. The one on the end's out of service. There's a technician working on it. That one will not activate with credit cards at all, and it does not show in the app. This one does not show in the app. The right side shows unavailable and will not charge. The left side I got charging. So out of 8 potential plugs along here, only 1 of them will work. So, it just really sucks, and it's super unreliable. I had to stop early for a bio break. This is probably 15 minutes before the the Tesla Supercharger in Abbott. Just, if you've got the adapter, just go to Tesla. This stuff's ridiculous and a waste of time. But it is charging at 149 kilowatts. I have been here for just a few minutes. It's saying now to charge to 215 miles, 61%. And let's take a look. We're still pulling 149 kilowatts of energy. We've put in 23.6 kilowatt hours in 10 minutes. You'll see the difference in speed. It's just way slower than charging at 200 plus kilowatts at a Tesla Supercharger. So, waiting on my wife. We'll see what her status is and how much time we need to stay here in charge. I may just jump up the road to the next charger and top up at a Tesla Supercharger. So we'll see what happens, but it's expensive too. It's put in 24.8 kilowatt hours of energy, and so far it's up to $11-12 already. So it's pricey, slow, inconvenient. Had to move the vehicle. It failed multiple times, but it's charging pretty steadily at least, and that is unusual for a non-Tesla charger. I mean, I am still pulling 148 kilowatts of energy, so we'll see what happens. So I am back on the road again, put about 50 kilowatt hours of energy in maybe 20 or so minutes. That stop probably added, I would say 8 to 10 minutes, and just because of the slower charging speeds and, you know, wasted time trying to activate, moving chargers, all of that was just wasted time. So it added some time, but it was necessary. Now I'm back on the road, 116 miles remaining state of charge estimate. I've got to make a quick stop in Fort Worth, 91 miles away, an hour and 24 minutes. So back on 35 North, cruising up to Fort Worth. Should be there pretty quickly. Once I go there, I've just got to run a quick errand and then head home. So should be home about 45 minutes or so after that. So hoping to make it home by 6 o'clock or so this evening. And all in all, been a pretty good travel day. 84 degrees out. I've got 64% in the battery. It charged at around 147 to 149 kilowatts the whole time. And then when it hit 60%, it started dropping down to around 120, 125. Then at 70, it would have dropped more, and at 80, even more. So it was time to take off anyway. 2.34 miles per kilowatt hour average, and just rocking and rolling up the road here on the way to Fort Worth. So we did not hit that second Tesla Supercharger, but used the now out of business FreeWire, which I highly recommend you avoid and focus on other chargers. So have a good day, everyone. One other informational status update. The battery temperature was at 108 right after charging. It's cooling down now as I'm riding, and the fans are running, and the air conditioning, the coolant, HVAC system's running. Dropping now. You saw it just dropped to 107. But yeah, so it does get hot, but you know, it preconditioning got it down to 87 degrees before I fast charged. So that helped it maintain, you know, maximum charging rate, which it could have done, you know, 215 kilowatts. We were only doing 150. But the battery did get hot. It's cooling down now as I'm riding along here. Just more information from a learning perspective. 225 miles remaining on the battery at 64%. So pretty efficient. The Rivian does an amazing job. Great road tripper. I highly recommend it, especially if you can get a NACS to CCS adapter. Here's a quick status update. I am 5 minutes from this stop that I'm making in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I just got off of 35W. There is a Carvana car vending machine over there to the left, and pretty interesting. Anyway, gonna arrive here with 136 miles remaining on the battery. I'm at 39%, and then not that far to my home after that. I should get home probably, I'm gonna say, around the same state of charge the last two charging stops, probably around 27 to 30% ish, and then I'll plug it into my level 2 charge point charger and get it juiced up to 85%. So it's been a good trip. It is 4:55 p.m. so right on schedule as I expected into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm already through Fort Worth, which is great, and yeah, making really good time. Had a little bit of rain, not much, as you can see by the dirt on the windshield, but yeah, it's been a good trip. 84 degrees, 3.19 miles per kilowatt hour average. Amazing what some traffic does to help improve efficiency. So super, super efficient around town. Love this vehicle. Great road tripper, tremendous range, great charging speeds. Just a wonderful electric pickup truck. I can't wait till they revise them and come out with a better version. I will definitely buy another Rivian. So great job, Rivian. And by the way, that integration with the Tesla charging is amazing. I will try to post another update here before I finish this trip. It's been an outstanding, roughly 1,000 mile round trip. Okay, so this might be my last trip update, or you may see one more. 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour average. I am 20 miles from my destination. It's 5:14 p.m. Estimated arrival of 5:38 p.m. So beat the expectation of the car by over an hour through setting up my own charging stops and just running efficiently. So had a pretty good trip leaving the Corpus Christi area, Port Aransas, at around 9:45 this morning, and going to hit the Dallas-Fort Worth area, North Fort Worth, before 5:45. So pretty good trip overall. Uneventful, which is good. No major weather. 84 degrees out, and you'll see I'm at 37% now with 118 miles. Shows I'm going to arrive with 98 miles. So probably a state of a charge on arrival, I'm guessing 27 to 30%. But yeah, it's been a good trip. Great riding along in the Rivian. I'm in the express lanes now here on 35W, headed north. And it's been a fantastic 1,000-mile road trip in the Rivian R1T. Follow along for more road trips in the coming weeks. This is an amazing vehicle. I highly recommend it, and I thank you all for following along. If you watched this until the end, send me a message and let me know. I got messages the other day from folks who watched the long road trip videos to the end and enjoyed it. I'd love to get your feedback. I'll certainly try to incorporate any suggestions you have. Thanks again, and have a great day, and be safe. Okay, I thought I'd actually give you one more kind of bonus update. I forgot to mention I did put it in all-purpose mode, so I'm not in conserve, and I'm still going to arrive home with 100 miles left on the battery, and I'm at 106 miles right now at 33%, so I should arrive home around 30%. I'm running in all-purpose since that last stop because I'm, in and out of traffic and, slow-moving roadways. Conserve mode's great, but it's front-wheel drive only, and so it wears down the front tires more quickly. Whereas with all-purpose, if you're not heavy on the throttle, it spreads the tire wear evenly out amongst all four tires and wheels. So it's a personal preference. Way more horsepower in all-purpose, that's for sure. But anyway, I'm coming into the area where I live, and it's been a smooth drive. Just to recap, left a few days ago, drove from the Flower Mound, Texas area down to Port Aransas, 450 plus miles, and then left Port Aransas this morning around 9:45, arriving back to the Flower Mound, Texas area around 5:30. 2 charging stops along the way, on the way up, and on the way down, actually made 3 charging stops for bio brakes. But all in all, really a good experience. Love road tripping in this Rivian, and I love having the Tesla charging network. There's no question I'll use that pretty much exclusively when I can. Of course, I know how to use the others. They're just painful and not easy to use. So hopefully this has been a good adventure for you to follow along with me on, and I've certainly enjoyed it, and many more charging trips coming up. Again, thank you, everyone. Have a good day.